Hey, Facebook, YouTube folks. I've been talking to the Instagram folks first. We had access to them before you, so let me catch you up with happy Earth Day to all of us Earthlings. May we live in harmony with each other in this gorgeous planet home, Earth. May we take care of it as it is taken care of us. Maybe increase the harmony we live in nature with instead of continuing to decrease it by being unconscious or selfish about how we are polluting or adding to, carbon to the atmosphere. Let us do what we can, and every one of us matters. Every one of us can help bring our world back into healthy, happy harmony. I love alliteration, as you can tell. So we can waste less, consume less, create more. That's my life mission goal, is to share the inexhaustible resources, imagination and love with you. It is what motivates and inspires and fulfills me throughout my life, is using creativity as a safe place to feel joy, to heal, to enhance my life, hopefully sharing some of that, all of that with you, inspiring you to use your inexhaustible resources, your imagination, to enhance your life, heal yourself, help others. The more we create, the less we consume, the lighter we walk on the planet, the less waste, the less we have to go outside of ourselves for inspiration and replenishment, the healthier life we live, and not just for ourselves and our community, but the whole world. And this interesting time that's been, I feel great compassion for people who have lost loved ones, who have gotten terrible consequences from a global pandemic. I feel for you, and there are things that we can learn even from the most difficult things we go through. We're all going through this together. One of the benefits of adversity is that we can turn it to advantage. We can turn it to artistic expression by realizing we're all in it together. We're all connected. Every one of us contributes to the whole. Every one of us can affect the harmony on the planet, and let us all work toward that and know that we're all in it together. And one of the silver linings of the COVID cloud is that I haven't been in a vehicle for 3 years. I haven't been in a store for 3 years. And I have learned for the first time in my life that I don't need to do that to stay happy, to stay inspired, that it is true that our imaginations are an inexhaustible resource. And it has given me an opportunity to share, create. I wrote my life stories, which people have asked me to do for throughout my life, saying it helped them to hear them and it would help other people. So I wrote my memoir, Incandescence, Rising Above Darkness, sharing things that I've been through and how I got through them, which is more important than what we go through, is how we get through. And we can all help each other by sharing our lovely, positive attitude, coping mechanisms, our ways to transform adversity into advantage. For me, that's art. And so Incandescence, Rising Above Darkness is my true story about things that many are amazed that I went through. People have got it harder than I had it, but it's not a contest. Pain is pain, struggle is struggle. We all have things we have to rise above. So creative reverie is a safe, restful place. Writing is a way to have a sacred witness that can help us heal. Our journals can be like a war crimes tribunal where we get to speak our truth. If it's appropriate, we choose to share it with others. We can help them, hopefully, be encouraged to do the same, tell their story, add it to the collective of stories, helping each other realize we're all human, we're all connected, we share all of the same things: fear, love, hope, despair, and we can help each other by sharing our truth, our real experience. So today is about Essence of Everything, which is a project I've wanted to do for many years, and this is another thing that this time has allowed me to get to. It is inspired by the four seasons. This painting I have across our mantle here is a test. When I do the actual performance piece that will be created in front of the audience, painting the four seasons. We have winter, spring, summer, and fall, and we are going to put those on four separate panels, floor to ceiling, during the performance piece. But this test I decided to do in one horizontal instead of four verticals to test this idea. And the video you're watching now is it in process. But winter represents air, spring is represented by water, fall, which you're looking at right there, is represented by fire, the transformative energy. Summer is represented by earth, and we have winter, which is silver, spring is bronze, summer is gold, autumn is copper, and I'm going to have kimonos that I'm going to also paint and stencil that will show animals and botanicals. Winter will be cranes and evergreens. Spring will be irises and spish. Summer will be dragonflies and grasses. Autumn will be deer and maple leaves. The four primary colors: winter blue, spring green, summer yellow, and autumn will be red. So it incorporates, why I call it the essence of everything. It incorporates the four directions, winter being north, and all the way from north, spring being the west, the south being summer, the east being autumn. So as you can see, animals, botanicals, directions, metals, primary colors, elements, and they will also be represented visually, not only in the panels, but also in the four kimonos, and then spoken word that will be used to inspire with the ambient sounds of each season, and their elements will be layered with my bamboo flute and percussion instruments. And we'll see, I love to have the creative process be an adventure I'm going on by not deciding more than I need to before I get there. So it's a surprise and an adventure for me to let my creativity flow in that particular direction. And one of the other things that the multimedia essence of everything for me is inspired by the idea that creativity is something we all have access to. Any of us, all of us, can let it flow in any direction we choose. And so essence of everything will combine visual, word, sound, and the last movement will be dance. Let's show our 1903 carriage house, where we've converted into a studio space where I can not only create this performance piece, but we can shoot video. And Bodhi is a movie maker. That's Bodhi the Movie Maker is his YouTube channel. Our channel is the Creativity Show, and you can see the projects he's doing. You see there we found some treasures from this over 100-year-old house as we were restoring the space out there and turning it into a usable space for everything from painting to skate dancing, shooting video. Do you have some of the showing it when all it was really good for was horror films? So show what we did out there before we converted it, which was Bodhi's, well, I guess his first fictional piece was called No Hero, and he's going to show a little video that shows what the carriage house was good for before we restored it, which was a horror film called No Hero, which there were 4 characters in the film, and he played the 2 males and I played the 2 females. So it was the lowest budget. But as our friend who's won, I guess 8 or 9 Emmys by now said, it was the best first film he'd ever seen a movie maker make. So I'm very proud of what Bodhi did on his own, shooting, playing the characters, writing it, directing it, editing it. And so, it's very fun to work with him. He asked me to work with him, and I was very honored, and he named us Mother Son Productions. So you can see all of our videos there as well. This is us unearthing some of the treasures we found there. So now let me show you one of the aspects of this Essence of Everything project is going to be, which got me into stenciling, which I've been showing, including this outfit I've been showing a lot. Would you show the close-up of this outfit for folks to see? The bamboo that I put on this raw silk. And while you do that, I'll get this. So one of the things I'm going to be doing for the Essence of Everything is creating these kimonos, one for each season, with some of the elements I've been talking about. Winter will be evergreen and crane. Spring will be flowers, irises, and fish. Summer will be dragonflies and grasses. Autumn will be maple leaf and deer. So here we have me working on this evergreen stencil design, showing you how I take an inspiration, an object or a scene or an animal, whatever it is, from real life, from nature, and here it is. We can show the actual right here from our backyard, and here's the stencil design I did, which next Saturday will show you the rest of the steps in turning this into a stencil, which will be photographing it. It's too big to go through the scanner, and then shrinking it on the computer, and any other adjustments that are necessary before feeding it into the program on our Cricut stencil cutter. And then I'll be using it to stencil on the kimono. So we'll show you all those steps. So from getting an inspiration from your life, from life around us, to turning it into a design that will work for a stencil, which is basically the lines have to not cross over each other. well, they can cross over each other, but the outline space will be cut out in the stencil cutting process, and the paints will fill in those spaces. So you have to think about that as you're designing for a stencil. I am going to make my nearly 300 stencil designs available, so people who don't want to draw or design stencils could still enjoy the tremendously fun and functional, frugal art of stenciling, which I've shown in a number of these live streams, how you can use them on a wall frieze, for curtains, duvet covers, on platters, on clothes. There's endless ways you can use stencils, and they're usually cut. I cut them on a piece of acetate, and they last forever if you take care of them. Well, I don't know about forever, but a long time. And they are easy to keep clean and store so that you can use them for many, many years. And there's so many beautiful things in nature that inspire design. Nature is the master designer, and I love trying to interpret things I see in nature and to what's necessary, its elemental, its essence, and that makes for beautiful design and beautiful stencil design. So every week I'm showing different stenciling projects I'm doing, and I'm going to continue creating the essence of everything multimedia, so you can see the entire process, the floor to ceiling panels, the 4 kimonos, the spoken word turned into music, the flute and percussion and ambient sounds turned into music to inspire a skate dancing choreography. All of that will be done in front of you to be an example of how creativity can flow any direction we choose. I'm self-taught in all of the different creative areas. I've never had a class in any of them, which is proof that we can just follow our instincts, our creative curiosity, and enjoy the process. We don't have to be a master to create moving art. We just have to let that doubt and fear that we're not good enough, that we can hear in the world, and what makes you think you can do that, and you're not a professional, and all those doubt-filled voices that we hear, sometimes we take in. I like to just invite the critical voice to take a break and let me play creatively. And I've practiced that throughout my life, and I'm pretty good at it at this point. And when people say critical things to me, I feel for them. I don't let them tear me down. I'm not hurting anyone by expressing my creativity, so why should I let anyone tear my joy down? I feel for them that they must have trouble giving themselves permission to be creative, or they wouldn't be, being negative towards someone else. So I feel compassion for them, but I don't let them take my happiness that I've earned away from me, and I try to share my happiness with others. So it's very important, not just for myself or for yourself, but for everyone in our lives, everyone we may touch or move, that we do not let others tear us down, and love them at a distance if they try. Don't hate them, because that gives away some of your positivity. Just move away from the drama and nobody gets hurt. So I hope there's something here that inspires you. Excuse me. I hope there's something here that empowers you to enjoy your own creativity and find the courage to express it and the confidence to share it with others. That gives me great joy. To help others is the best cure for any funkiness we have. Medically proven, the best cure for depression is to help others. So part of how I return to positivity through the hard stuff I've been through, like everyone else has had hard stuff, is by helping others. We set our own burdens down when we're reaching out and trying to help others. We get a break from our own difficulties. So I hope that this helps you, and I hope you'll share it and like it, and I guess subscribe is the thing I'm supposed to say. I'm really terrible at self-promotion, so I really appreciate it when other people help me spread the word. And this feels really good, especially on Earth Day, to thank the Earth for giving me a home, for sharing this beautiful place with all of us. And I want to do my part to live in respect for this gorgeous planet we live on. Thank you so much for being here. And meanwhile, till next Saturday at 2, stay curious, stay creative, and I'll see you next Saturday.